Hey TCB faithful, this is the Final Boosh.
And this is Madhouse.
And we just wanted to make a quick video responding to some of the comments made to a fellow fighting game channel, D-All-The-Way-G. Someone who I think we look at fairly often.
Yeah, like, he tend to make content off like fighting game drama. No, I wouldn't say the word drama, but you know, controversies.
Like your Mike Hollow.
Yeah, like Mike, like Mike Hollow, yeah. So like he just said something, we not just cook on from this time. You know, no drama involved. He said something, we gonna say something. I know YouTube is all about the drama, but no, it's an open space, you know?
I actually agree with him with a whole lot of this video we're gonna be responding to, so we're not gonna be responding to the whole thing.
Nah, just particular parts.
Mostly the beginning, because he shares sentiments that I keep hearing popping up about the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, where I just think doesn't help anybody, and it's just kind of ignorant.
Kind of a boomer mindset.
Yeah, so we'll just respond to the beginning, but if it's something else, we'll respond to that too.
All right, let's go.
So I'm gonna start by saying this. Is Mortal Kombat the Legacy Collection a perfect game? Fuck no. And it was never gonna be a perfect game. And I'm gonna tell y'all why. When Digital Eclipse came out and announced that MK Gold was not gonna be in the game, I knew right then and there this was not going to be a 100% great game. Right there. And I'm gonna tell you something else. They just didn't want to put MK Gold in this game. There was nothing holding them back in putting MK Gold in this game. I don't want to hear, MK Gold was for the Dreamcast. No. They just didn't want to do it. I'm gonna just be all the way real. They did not want MK Gold in this collection. I don't know whose call it was. I don't know if it was Ed Boon or whatever. They did not want MK Gold in this game. But when they confirmed that MK Gold was not going to be in this game, everybody should have knew right there that this was not going to be a perfect game and it was going to be some flaws. And to be quite honest with you, leading up to the release, I think the hype kind of died down just because of MK Gold not being in this collection. So that right there, I'll let you know right there, it was not going to be a perfect game. I knew right then and there it was not going to be a perfect game and it was going to be some crap. I just didn't know what, but I already knew. It just comes down to the mental fortitude when it comes to Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection.
Now, this isn't the part we're specifically talking about when we're talking about responding to the video, but you know, since we're hearing all,
what is this weird obsession with people have with MK Gold?
I don't know.
And by MK Gold, you mean MK4 Gold?
MK4 Gold. It's not called MK4 Gold. It's just MK Gold.
I never knew that. Okay.
So, like, from what I played, it's just a buggy ass version of MK4.
We did a run back. Like, it was just a bad version of MK4. Yeah. Did it have more characters? Yeah.
Who cares if they're all broken and it doesn't work as well?
It's like, what I'm more pissed off about is they left out the 3D games. Really?
Well, I get it, and it's for a double dip.
I'm aware. Did I not go double dip anymore? But the fact is, like,
that sucks.
The lack of quote unquote MK Gold does not make this collection bad. It's literally almost dripping through every orifices of this collection that makes it bad.
Yeah, it's a lot more than just MK Gold.
They should have had the 3D games at this point count as classic games.
I think for a lot of people, see, for MK Gold not being in there, and I get it, a lot of people probably grew up with that game, I guess. We grew up with vanilla MK4.
We grew up with MK4.
And I think that game is way more important than Gold.
Yeah, MK4 is our first Mortal Kombat.
Gold was literally just a slapdash cash grab, in my opinion. Anyway, I don't know. I just never liked Gold. Gold's not good. It doesn't add anything.
It was broken, and it wasn't as good as Base 4.
But for the sake of completion's sake, I understand why it needed to be in.
Yes.
So if you want to argue for the sake of it's called a legacy collection, and you're kind of bringing in all of the arcade games, and yes, and you can argue MK4 is a part of the arcade era. It's the last arcade.
It's the last true arcade game.
So it doesn't matter if you think it's a 2D game or a 3D game or something in between.
It's an arcade game.
It's an arcade game. It belongs in the legacy collection, and I don't care if Gold is a console game only. It's a part of MK4.
Yeah, but they have console games on here.
That's my point, though.
So what's the big deal about having MK4?
So yeah,
I don't get what the hype is.
I don't get what I don't get it either. People like MK4. People like their.
I love MK4. I don't like MK4 Gold.
People like their Cyrac Infinites and weird combos and
Goro and Durok.
Once again, while we're here, I don't think MK4 Gold was a particular reason the hype died down for the game.
For him.
for him, obviously. For a lot of people, I'm not even saying.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit there and hold it like that. Yeah.
I'm sure for a lot of people, they were looking forward to MK4 Gold.
Just like how we grew up before, they probably grew up with Gold.
That's like saying 4 is not in the game.
That's not
like,
fair to them.
Yeah. So that's completely fair. I'm not here to say that he's completely wrong on that, but I'm sure that's not why the majority of people thought that game was hitting in the wrong direction.
What did kill the hype of the game, however, was the lack of crossplay, the lack of lobbies, the lack of spectator, the lack of rank, the lack of basic necessities that people need to successfully play the game with other people online.
To this point, a whole lot of Capcom's been doing it. A whole lot of collections been having rank, spectator mode, lobbies. They all have that.
It's nothing amazing. It's basic shit.
So yeah, that's what deflated the hype for a lot of people.
And they're back in 3D games.
Yeah, that too. But I never expected the 3D games to
Me neither.
But like I said, he's justified in thinking that MK4, and like I said, he's probably not wrong. We're obviously in 2 different channels. So MK4 was probably a good reason. A lot of people were like, I might not buy it. There's something wrong with it. But I think for us and the majority of people, the lack of basic functions that are basic by this point for collection standards, even Mega Man Battle Network Collection had a rank mode,
with lobbies,
had lobbies.
Yeah.
Even they had all that. So this is beyond standard by this point. And that's what deflated the hype for a whole lot of people.
I think he touches on that a little further in the video.
Well, let's see.
Second, everybody is mostly talking about the online. Now, people have been saying that the online is trash, unplayable, and all of that. Now, here's what I gotta say about this. Here's where I may disappoint some people, but I will explain myself and I will elaborate, and I'm gonna make motherfuckers understand this when it comes to these classic Mortal Kombat games. And I'm gonna start by saying this. When it comes to these classic Mortal Kombat games and online, I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. When it comes to these classic Mortal Kombat games, I do not play these classic Mortal Kombat games to be competitive. You feel what I'm saying? Now, everybody's saying that the online is unplayable. When I was playing my stream, Mortal Kombat Classic Collection, I did not go online one time. And do you know why? Because I found so much fun playing by myself, playing offline, playing arcade ladders, and getting my ass kicked by a cheating ass Shao Kahn. I was having that much fun with these classic Mortal Kombat games to the point where I wasn't even thinking about online. Now, if there's a possibility that I will go online, maybe in the future, but I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you. Like, I don't play these classic Mortal Kombat games for online or to be competitive. People need to understand what these classic Mortal Kombat games really meant to a lot of us when it came to our childhood. You feel what I'm saying?
So yeah, this is like the meat and potatoes of the video that I wanted to get into. How people feel about it in one way and another, yeah, that's good. But when people talking about the way the collection should be used.
And this is a sentiment shared by like a good group of people. I've been reading comments about, well, I don't care about the online of the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection because I mainly play offline, and online isn't how these games are supposed to be played. That's not the point of what online is used for, man. It's used to have people play from across the world or a certain distance that they can't connect.
And not only that, it's standard by this point. You know, like everybody play these games for different reasons. Like it or not, MK been in the competitive space as long as Street Fighter, pretty much. They may not be as big as Street Fighter, but have been in that space.
And then once again, when you're done playing AI all day, some people don't do that. Some people want to go online to have competition with other people.
Even he said he might go online.
Eventually, I mean, it'll be hella dead by then, but it's a fighting game. Now, I know he's going to bring up things about competition and things like that. And yes, online play does cater towards competition, but that's not the only thing it's used for. We're lucky enough to be living together that I don't have to go find somebody to play online. I can just play my bro offline, and we've been doing that with UMK3.
Yeah, I've been having a blast on UMK3.
And despite some input lag, I've been having a good time. We're trying to make the best out of a trash bag collection.
Yes.
I spent money on it, and damn sure I'm going to try to get my money out of it.
And I said a couple of seconds ago, like, online is standard. Like it or not, despite the way you want to use it, is standard. Your experience should not be over somebody else's, and our experience should not be over everybody else's. This collection should be made for everybody.
If it was good, it can cater to everybody.
Yes, as every game should.
And then you don't like competitive play, or you may not think the classic MK games are designed for competitive play. But guess what? When you're long gone playing something else, the only people who are going to be left are people playing this game competitively.
Like they have been for years.
Why shouldn't they get the amenities needed to make that happen? Your rink, your rooms, your private matches, your spectators, all the things. You know how many tournaments were canceled when they announced this game didn't have private matches?
And it wasn't tournaments like, we're going to turn this to the most competitive game in history. No, it was tournaments based off them liking the game. And matter of fact, this is the first time we played in UMK3. Me personally.
Yeah.
And it's super fun. It's way funner than I thought it was.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I had no idea. Every time I played it, it always looked fun, but it always looked like a clunky mess.
Yeah.
It's not. The game is like it's like a step below MK4. It might be better than MK4 actually, to a degree in terms of gameplay.
I think the overall consensus is that it's better than MK4, but MK4 is largely unexplored.
Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is, like, I did not know the game was that fun. Yeah, it's kind of obtuse in some areas. Yeah, it's like a 30-year-old game. But it's like, it's way more fun. And if the online was good, I would love to take it online and play it.
But we don't want to get away from the point. Online is for people who want to do what you do, play with friends. Maybe they don't want to play the AI. Maybe they don't want to play the AI. Maybe they want to play with their friends. Online can facilitate that. But if it's shit and the only thing you can match up with your friend is doing quick matches, then that's annoying. If you got to play online and there's a bunch of sound glitches, that's annoying. If there's more input lag than usual, that's annoying. All that I want to play offline does not justify anything else that's going on with that collection for, to be fair, what we got it for, $45.
Which is, it should have been cheaper.
It should have been cheaper than that. I'm not arguing with $45 though. But it doesn't matter. They put out a product that promised something and it under-delivered.
And it's on the console, dude. It's not like the arcade when you can be like, okay, yo, play me. It's different, dude. I'm not sure how old he is, but that's why I called it a boomer mindset in the beginning. Because arcade, yeah, you got the interconnectivity with people. And I think, again, he go over this.
Yeah.
But in arcade, you got that connection with people. You can play a person right next to you. And with consoles, if you have friends or siblings that want to make the move or are living with you, you can play with them. Some people are not blessed with that. So some people, they get that experience that you have.
They have to play online.
They have to play online.
And I don't think that's entirely fair to say people are overreacting towards the online.
That's the most important part.
It's 2025. It is not 2010. It is not 2015. This game behaves online
like it's 2010.
Like it's the first time people are getting used to rollback.
There's two things you should get right. The quality of the ports and the online. If you can get them two things right, it don't matter what you do after that.
And then, yeah, if you play online,
they filled on both ends.
If you play online, yes, you're going to meet people who want to understand the game better, who wants to play the game. Yes. Because nobody wants to go online and hit buttons.
It's a fucking fighting game.
It's a fighting game.
It's a fighting game. What if one day you like, I'm tired of fighting the computer, and you got this guy like Ray, and time take him on the road, you're not allowed to though?
That's where the replay value, this is why fighting games are such a good genre. Once you get past
infinite replay value.
It's replay value infinitely. When you play other people, you can say you want to play Shao Kahn all you want, a cheating ass Shao Kahn all you want. That has a shelf life. This is why games come out for the modern day, so they can benefit from modern day sensibilities, modern day technology. So to dismiss an entire element of the game because you like playing online, offline, and once again, that's your opinion. Right? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with your opinion.
No, it is wrong.
No. How he wants to play it is up to him. The problem is he put out a video where I think it's just wrong information.
Okay, fine. Cool.
That point, we watched mostly all that video. I don't have a thing else to say about anything else that he says.
Well, outside of him, going deeper and talking about the other points.
And all that stuff about him talking about the movies and whatnot and how people surround it, all that's fantastic. I'm glad you have those memories. I'm glad that you can relive that through the Legacy Collection. But that doesn't excuse anything else that's happening with this collection outside of everything else offline.
Again, the two things you gotta get right is the quality of the ports and the online, and they fucked up on both. What are you enjoying? At that point, what are you enjoying?
MK4 is a main port. I think the best working thing in this whole collection is UMK3.
And that's the only thing that mattered to people, I guess.
MK4 is a buggy MAME version. It's not the arcade version was supposed to be getting. It's buggier than
So if you want an MK Gold,
if you want an MK Gold,
go play this version of MK4.
If you want an MK Gold, then what would you say?
No. If you want to, hold on, go ahead.
If you want an MK4 Gold, and a lot of people want an MK Gold, fine. But you see the condition MK4.
They had a hard enough time porting MK4.
It's a below standard version. So you think Gold is going to be any better? That's still on the Zeus engine. That's still going to have it's still going to be a shitty main build. So now that affects your offline.
So a game that's 60% broken, going to the collection to be 90% broken.
So once again, I'm happy that you have all these memories. I like hearing about your memories with these games.
Yeah, it was nice.
It was nice listening to him. Like I said, he makes good content. I don't got a problem with his content. It's just this particular thing is a ignorant sentiment held by a whole bunch of other people, which I think ends up catching air of the wrong people. And they'd be like, you know what? Yeah, I guess it's okay that the online is garbage. It's not needed because these games are old. That doesn't make any sense.
Stop giving them excuse.
And of course, I'm projecting, hearing this comment so many times. I'm projecting. He just happens to be the trigger.
He the biggest person.
That's all I'm saying. It's not hate. It's not anything. All I'm saying is he's the trigger.
Stop giving them excuses. It's a horrible port. They did a terrible job on every aspect of this collection. You can enjoy it the way you want to enjoy it.
I think the game is relatively fine if you want to play it offline.
Offline, yeah.
There's still input lag, but it's not anything ruining my day, right? It's still
we're gonna go right back to playing MK4. I mean MK.
Well, that too.
UMK3.
And even with the shitty version of MK4, I like MK4 so much that I still play.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying there's anything wrong with what you said. It's just this particular point in the video that kind of just like, okay, that's kind of off. And online matters just as much as anything else that collection brings.
It gotta be 50-50, dude.
I don't know where this mindset is coming from. I'm not gonna say
casuals. I
can't say it's casual, yes. But it's casual, but it's an ignorant style of casual where it's like, oh, if it's online, that means I'm going to get sweaty people. Yes, because people don't like to waste their money going online and getting beat
up. The fighting game's not competitive. Yeah, the fighting game is competitive. It's the entire purpose of the game.
It's a fighting game. Some people like us like to go. I'm not exactly a tournament player.
I'm not exactly a PvE player neither.
Yeah, I'm not a tournament player, but I like digging in and finding out what makes a fighting game tick. I like finding the nuances in a fighting game. This is why I hate modern fighting games, because there is no nuances. It's binary, and this is why we rant so much about modern fighting games. But that's besides the point. I like going into that. I like putting what I know up against other people.
I am not exactly. I can name one a number of times on, like, when I started getting into fighting games, I can name the number of times I actually fought the PvE, unless I absolutely had to unlock something or to get a certain thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most of the time it's pop right in, learn how this game works.
We pop it in, learn how it works, fight each other the majority of the time because we're blessed.
And that's why
I go online.
And that's why I fight game.
But despite that, we're still saying your half need to be good.
And that's why fighting games are such an awesome genre, or used to be an awesome genre, right? Because you can have one side where D all the way G here can say, I get my enjoyment from the PvE aspect of the game. I like losing to Shao Kahn. I hate fighting AI, man.
Especially when you know they cheat.
Yeah, did you know they're cheat? And I hate fighting AI. It's frustrating, but you find enjoyment in that. And fighting games can provide that. I like going online, fighting people. I like going in training mode, testing things like execution and things like that. And that's how I get my fun. We can exist in the same world. One does not need to be sacrificed for the other, or one does not need to be diminished because you enjoy one side of it.
So it's just a bad take. It's just a bad take, and an amount of people who don't actively know what you're talking about is going to take your take because you got a reasonably sized YouTube channel.
You have a much bigger platform than us.
Like that's responsibility. You got to watch what you say.
It's okay to have your mindset. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm not trying to jump on you. I'm not trying to do anything like that. I just think this kind of mindset
It's cancer.
hurts the people who are looking at you for information. Just like how we can say, okay, tangent, but this video is dragging out long enough. Tangent. We keep bringing up, if you watched our videos, ketchup and mustard.
Yes.
Whoever co-signed to follow, who get the early access to that MK Legacy collection, I'm all for you getting the bag. Say it's a sponsored video,
So we can ignore you.
so we can ignore you,
Or at least watch the video to see what the game is about.
because we know it's coming from a point of bias and you have a ulterior motive in order to make this video. Now, if it wasn't, then you just lied to everybody and like the main thing, everybody already knew
This collection was going to be
this collection was going to
some degree.
no. I knew it was missing features. What caught everybody off guard absolutely was the condition the game was released in. That's what caught everybody off guard. It has nothing to do about rank, spectator modes, lobbies, all that shit. The condition, especially things like MK4, which is supposed to be the highlight of this collection.
Super. We was excited for it.
Nobody knew the condition. I don't blame anybody for buying this game, but that's why I say that Ketchup and Mustard had an opportunity or whoever, I don't know which one did it. They had the responsibility. No, well, technically, didn't have the responsibility, but they have a much larger platform than both of us. So now you're just inviting people to buy this game and get hoodwinked because you decided not to say it was a sponsored video, and you showed us a version of a game,
shill behavior,
a version of a game that is not what we got. Or
lied to people.
Or you intentionally blocked out information that people should have gotten. I'm not saying it's wrong to get the bag. You got people to feed. I'm not saying that is wrong. But
let us know.
I still think you owe something to the community that subscribed to you, that you helped build. And all you did was turn around and stab people in the back. Now you may think I might be being over the dramatic. I said it was okay. It's okay to shill. I'm not saying you shilling either, because if you're shilling, we're shilling.
No, you're not shilling. This is just your opinion.
If he's shilling, we're shilling.
Yeah.
Right? But that's not what shilling is.
He came out the gate and said it wasn't a perfect collection.
Shilling is misunderrepresenting a product in a certain way because you have invested interest in it outside of that particular thing.
Bill of goods.
That's all. But I ranted on long enough.
That's all. That's pretty much all we wanted to touch on.
Yeah, it's a fine video. I don't have a beef with anything else he has to say.
You're gonna continue watching your videos. We already subscribed. So
I subscribed from a while ago. So yeah, nothing changes. I like his content. It's just this mindset bugs me. That's all.
That's all.
We got 20 minutes out of this bitch.
This is not making it any longer.
All right. Subscribe to Dior the Way G. I don't care. We got a small platform. I'm still gonna say subscribe. That's free. I don't care. Subscribe to him. He makes good content. I find him a fun listen. He usually has the right takes on things. That's all. See you next time.
See you.
Team cross, buddy. All right.